Point's going to unlock in a couple of seconds, but with Gator's like permanent shield here, they're able to get so much more done because No Smite can't protect them as well. Coalescence is going to get used, Field is going to get walled off, and yeah, wasn't able to escape the rest of his team, and that's an easy speed boost for the Rain. As soon as you see that Colt go off, the Moira can't use the fade, and you just run towards him, and yeah, he just fell over. And the point will get capped by the Rain. Some of the point, but it's not flipped over just yet. This Farmer Rage is definitely going to help. That Death Blossom's going to go out, but it's going to get met with a sound barrier. However, Graviton Surge like straight on top of them. But they're able to weather that storm. And it's unfortunate that Gator couldn't really get much stuff done. He was trying to swing into that grab, but the rest of his team was just kind of falling over. A beat came through, but it didn't really mean a whole bunch. Oh, wait a second. Oh, did Erster just deny Gator from a pair of sneakers? I think he did. Self-destructing back from Hanbin too. The wall went down, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hanbin gets the kills, and Nico is going to follow up. To be, they do put themselves on point. Sparkle's still hitting it with the EMP though, but is he going to try and bait out the... No, he doesn't need to anymore because the Lucio just dies. Sparkle does pay for it with his life though, but 5 people hacked and Gator falling down. Still a bad look for Eternal with a Coalescence to wrap this fight up, and however, Rain did manage to find the cap, mind you. Ursa is still kind of chilling. The wall's going to go down, and he is revealed. And he ends up falling down as well. But
now holding on to point, anyone who comes in can get EMP'd.
Wait, Ursa's on the side. Wait, he's 1v2ing. There's the EMP, but Spark already goes down. Hawk's had his number this entire time, but he comes in with the Death Blossom. He gets booped away in the small hidey hole, but Edison pays him a little visit. But Rain were able to just navigate that EMP with precision. Ursa used that Blizzard in the back line and was just distracting the rest of Eternal so they couldn't follow up on it. And there we go. The Rain end up capping. The rest of his team is safe. Plus, you can block off a lot of that damage coming through when one of your teammates gets hacked as well. Something else to keep in mind. Hanbin takes so much damage and is walled off. He couldn't quite escape the rest of his team. No Smite tried to save him there too, but those Hellfire shotguns doing so much work. Edison's going to be able to clean this one up, and this should be a Rain first cap.
I'm starting a little bit to question the Winston pick here, but I mean, No Smite, it is probably his best.
They're so scared of Sparkle, they're quivering in their boots, but they're not going to need to because he doesn't have EMP just yet. This Coalescence. Oh, the land tick rate, by the way, just feels so good, or at least the spec tick rate does. There you go, Death Blossom on top as well. That fight was over before I could even get any words out of my mouth, and Rainer can continue to hold on to this point, but it is really funny, by the way, as he walks towards the Sombra. I mean, he has to pay attention. I know Sparkle could get a free hack. That was very close. The OT was ticking down, and Blizzard is going to make sure they can't come through one of the entrances, and they get booped off! Oh my goodness, no! He's relying on that Matrix for a lot of that damage mitigation. Nice little wall from Sparkle though, but you can still peek around it using that tree, and Gator takes that time to take up a little bit of space. Best going extraordinarily low, and getting swung through, as well as that Coalescence just penetrating the shield. Best next, he already dead, and that'll be the Rain, having point A.
Yeah, I think maybe the lock
did get laid down by Gator, but didn't really find all too much. And now Best pushing himself all the way forward. That Blizzard from Ursa, I think that actually just got interrupted. I don't see it on the map at all. That must have just disappeared. It didn't get eaten because it wasn't in the kill feed, so Eternal managed to interrupt that and stop one of the best tools for actually running down their comp. Yeah. And now Coalescence doing a whole bunch of work. Unfortunately, they didn't quite segregate Gator there from the rest of his team. Hawk does end up going down as well, so Paris Eternal definitely in the driver's seat of this fight. However, Blizzard comes out. Oh, Exy couldn't quite get the interrupt, the flashback. He was looking for it. He couldn't quite get there, but no one actually ends up taking him out. Ursta's a little bit too delayed in shooting him, and Paris Eternal can now control the payload. A Coalescence from the Rain. They think they can really win this fight, but Gator ends up just getting frozen and then flashbang. A double headshot from Exy. That's going to win the fight right there.
Yeah, Hawk's back in this mix, but he is not long for this world. Exy will go with him to the grave. Atlanta's doing a good job of at least trying to...
Oh, shot it straight into the wall. Did Ursa just do him dirty again? He shot it into the wall, refusing to give him the sneakers, and Exy finds another 2 with a dead eye. This was the hero, by the way, that he debuted on in New York. And you can see why. His McCree is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, nice block there. Best doesn't quite get that shatter off. That defensive wall comes up in time, but not enough in time to save Best. Unfortunately, the Atlanta Rain were able to just navigate themselves around the wall. It wasn't quite big enough to fit the entire choke point. It's these bits that are. They eventually win the fight and get the payload moving. Plus,
enough for Sparkle to get Blizzard.
Double Cold. There's the Blizzard. That's what I was looking for. That self-destruct's going to come out in kind. Zerta ends up going down to Sparkle. The Coalescence ends Ben's best life, as well as Sparkle going down to Hawk. They're just fighting on this payload. Of course, Paris Eternal, they're in a position where they have to touch. So they are just inting themselves onto the payload, just trying as hard as they can.
That's a ridiculous amount of value out of High Noon already, like more than you can really expect. That was a gutsy Blizzard.
It was, but the beat's going to come out, and Gator actually gets caught on the other side of the wall. Luckily enough, Fairster was there to save him. Not quite enough to save Edison, however, and a beat engagement for the Eternal. All the utility from the Rain is down. They got the coal, but they decide not to use it. They get forced all the way back to their spawn. 1 minute and 20 seconds remains, and the main...
It's going to be up to Honda.
Oh, nice little shadow onto Dogman. Yep, Cole gets interrupted. He's gone down. Hawk with the grab. Doesn't really go anywhere. Again, I don't even know where he's going. There's just so much. It is a light show, Hex. Us to fight 2 at the end of it all. Graviton Surge was thrown out, and he's already earned 40% towards another one. Gator ends up falling down to FT. God, who fights him with the boop. I'm not sure how much that's actually going to cost him.
So without your shield tank, you have to wait just a second, but he's right back in the base.
Oh, Bembes gets stunned. That was sad. But Exi again finds value with a High Noon. Gets a 2-piece. Overtime is nearing too, and they've just found themselves a team kill. This is it. This is done. The payload will stop here. No one from the Rain can touch. And it is a miracle. It can, like I said, mitigate Exi. It's just his damage, the flashbangs and everything. Whoops, Daisy. Sparkle ends up tripping over his shoelace. Ends up going down. And this is a bad spot for you to be in too, because you are now going to get chased down. There is no if and or buts. You're going to die very quickly, because you want to reset ASAP, but you are also just giving the enemy team so much ult charge. Exi's got a little bit of his own though, as he just kind of just dives in. Earned himself a High Noon off the back of that, but Edison's got 1-2 walls come up. Form a nice little arena for them to fight in. Edison goes down to Exi though, just a Cree on Cree, just a 1v1. And now Bembes with a Shadow can play rather far forward too, without the fear of a flashbang just destroying him, and that will be point A being captured. A little bit of stalling though from the Rain. I mean, with these comps especially, if your McCree ends up going down, what damage do you really have? Apart from marching forwards though and humping with the self-destruct over the top as well, it's going to be big. Oh, Gator gets booped up. It didn't quite kill him off, and in fact, Gator found the kill on Bembes, but now everybody is isolated. The Blizzard was perfectly timed from Sparkle. Nobody had abilities to escape it. The Rain were also split off as well. There were some here, some there, some up on the high ground because they were trying to...
Just going on in goats, and this is reminding me of it.
Me Zen, me click here, Des self-destruct. Exi kills 1, but now he's going to use the High Noon to back everybody away. Another 2-piece for Exi. Master and Dogman are turned into dust as the Paris Eternal. They're going to be able to cap point B. And how much time do they have left? Well, a lot is the answer to that question. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. The Rain still have a lot. Great wall to bounce them off. However, Hunbin's going to send the self-destruct. There's the Shadow and there's the bomb. Hunbin provides 3. Oh, Bembes line it up perfectly, and that is going to be it. Eternal with the Shadow bomb combo are going to do it. The Blizzard comes out on point as well. Ursa doesn't stand a chance. Eternal have done it. They win King's backline. Doing a fair bit of damage to D is going to be the MO. However, that Coalescence is going to chase him out. And a D-Mech on a Humbin is a good start. Soon goes down as well. And that will be a quick roll from the Atlanta Rain. Just using that Coalescence to push them forward. Builder, he was 5% away. That is unlucky, really, from the Paris Eternal. Thank you very much. Well, they are going to match up with the EMPs, but a very early one coming out from Sparkle. So, yeah, I don't think Rain were expecting that at all. But to be fair with you, I'm pretty happy with that. If I'm Rain, you get that out early. And then you're able to also rush in next time.
Paris at the spawn, always knowing the translocates and opt, especially with no stuns on the other side.
Just a couple of percent away. He's ready to unleash it. There it is, instantly. And Edison, oh, he tried to death bottom right underneath the Paris Eternal, but it got immediately cancelled by the EMP. And Paris Eternal, yet again, just running over them. I mean, now you're waiting on the Rain.
I love how Paris is playing this. They're forcing ultimates on the way in, much in the way that Hanamura plays out.
That's the EMP you wanted to hit. They managed to catch no spike, but Sharp also ends up falling over. Sparkle's going to be able to come back with an EMP of his own. He's only 5% away, and defends the man's chip. Boom, instantly hits, and B comes out from Master, not in time enough to save Edison. So damage very much lacking here for the Rain now. They also lose Hawk's mech, and even with Soon falling, it doesn't really matter all too much because Sparkle is still alive, hacking people away. And this has just been a met with a beat. Sharp needs it now. He unleashes the EMP. That's 4 people done. Oh my word, Hanbin, Fielder, they're trying to run for their lives. Fielder manages to get out with just a smidgen of HP, but gets chased down by Edison. That's what they were looking for. FD God with a late beat, and it gets almost cancelled out. The overshield's ripped away. However, a return EMP from the Paris Eternal might set them up pretty well. Nosebite is getting chunked down, but Hawk is able to find the kill on him as they were able to back off. They didn't isolate themselves, they retreated as a group and were able to deal with the oncoming Primal Rage. Paris now on their last limb, sending out Sparkle on the Doom Fist, but they're not able to get it back in time to cause...
Yep, Paris in a fine spot. Open with Coalescence, always going to be the call.
Master Dice to Orb of all, Master Dice to Orb of all things. That is just straight unfortunate for the support of the Atlanta Reign. And Paris Eternal, they're going to be able to cap point A. We'll see if Atlanta Reign want to play the same game as the Paris Eternal and hold close. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Sparkle's in a great
These
spot.
beats are so close as well. EMP hits too. Master and Hawk, you've got to focus down that D, otherwise there's too much utility. Oh, the EMP from Sharp, the counter one. The beat didn't matter at the end of it all as Sparkle and Nosebite were instantly evaporated. It's nice
got
little hold. I was worried he wouldn't get that 1%, but he's got it. Paris Eternal with a bit of a different entrance here. A beautiful beat. That was only a one-man EMP as well, and Soon's going to use the Death Boss and force space. Popo ends up falling. Dogman trying to supplement the damage and healing, using that Coalescence through the center of the map. But the rest of the Reign were actually caught a little bit off guard. They were all pushed away, and the Reign now just attempting to get back to the point before Paris Eternal can cap. Popo, luckily, are online as well. Sharp is, yeah, okay, so he's just sticking on the back of FD God. Sparkle's already dead, and Coalescence is coming out. This easy EMP here. Boom! Hits 3. Nosebite is dead. Fielder gets his call cancelled, and that's FD God going down as well. His time bank has been whittled down.
I think Paris should be happy with that. I think Paris should be really happy with that. I think that...
To this EMP, another tick hasn't been acquired as well. There it is, it hits 2. Hawk and Popo in trouble, but a late beat from Master is going to be good, but is it going to be good enough? They're chasing down the DPS, and Edison just kind of refusing to die. The space is being created by Popo, but you've got a lot of people on the point to bash away, and that health bar is going to deplete so fast against the Reaper. The Coalescence was there to finish it off. Edison gets hacked out of his Death Blossom and it's self-destruct on the point as well. And a 5-man EMP from Sharp. At least he kills Soon, but can he finish this up with anything else? The damage is there. I mean, Hawk's back as well. Yeah, Nosebite's going to go down. 2 ticks from the Eternal. But the EMP, there's the beat to engage. Sparkle setting up with the EMP, and it's absolutely massive. 6-man EMP. Rain circuits are fried. OT may be here, but the Eternal are on the point. The late beat from Master as they all come back, but Soon's got the Death Blossom and the damage. The Paris Eternal are going to be able to clean this one up and claim that 33%. It was in OT, but at least they got the point. Using that Coalescence early as well, forcing everybody back. Dogman's got Cole as well. Is he going to use it? That EMP is pretty big though. It hit 4 and actually aided in the DMAC of Hanbin. Fielder's going to go down. They at least find Popo, but is it actually going to be enough? Spawns are okay. Sparkle uses EMP and finds 3 just to secure it. They are forced to use it. It is OT. And now Paris Eternal, they are going to be able to cap Hex, but they've got 30 seconds and not really anything here. They've got forward for both teams. Both tanks from Atlanta Reign didn't actually collect that beat though, and Hawks actually used the self-destruct in order to get out, but Edison comes up big with a Death Blossom. 2 men down. Paris Eternal going to get halted here. The Orb kills Fielder, and that should just be it. That Primal Rage is going to get all but nothing. 1 extra point for the Eternal as they cap first. And now the Reign have a very clear win con, but it's going to be a big ask.
So since these two teams are playing so similarly, as you see the wind up of this point, this would be an epic bring back if they can get people on the points, but just buying time. There it is, finally close out. So Paris's offense has been successful when they've out-rotated Atlanta.
1 tick. It's going to take a long time, mind you, as well, for Soon to actually get back to the point. FD God falls as well. This is looking like a 2nd point hold here for the Eternal. They haven't got much left. Soon is eventually back. Hawk gets hacked, but have they got any damage to follow it up with? That's the question. Hanbin falls. Yeah, this is very much it, I think, for the Paris Eternal. Nosebite and Sparkle to follow too.
Sharp's at 86%. And they have Coalescence. And
the EMP, Soon, Nosebite. They're all hacked up. Hanbin in trouble as well. They're forcing them all the way back. And Reign only need 33%, but Dogman's caught out. Rain have got the beat. That's the only survivability tool that they have. They hit it, and Edison once again hits the Death Blossom. 2 men down, make that a third as Harbin falls, and Atlanta Rain find a new arm, you know, trying to go for the hacks. However, someone from Atlanta Rain does need a touch. There we go. They eventually managed to get it. Master's actually going to go touch, and actually gets killed by the Coalescence. Someone has to get to the point. It's 1 meter and 49 centimeters away. Fielder kills 2 with the Coalescence. Hawk has the Graviton Surge, uses it on the payload. It's just going to drag the rest of them to it, and luckily Sharp had that bomb online as well. Sharp was taking names and numbers there. It catches Edison and Gator, but Gator gets nanoed. Master gets hacked as well, unfortunately, and ends up going down. And Nico from the rafters descends onto Edison, takes him out. Sharp's also going to fall. Luckily, Gator managed to get a hook on him, but not before he does some damage. The payload does get delivered, though. Hawk and Gator couldn't quite get back to the payload in time, and Spark was in. Oh, God. And he's dead again. That is very unfortunate. No Smite taking a brief nap. Couple of headshots. Doesn't quite finish him off as he pops the Primal Rage. The Resurrection Master's good. The self-destructs, though, actually kills him on his flight back to the rest of his team. That is just unlucky. Atlanta Rain scattered all the way back.
I love in the Overwatch League.
The God Hand is in the backline right now. Sharp, though, along with that EMP, is going to be pretty good. They've thrown everything in the kitchen sink at Paris Eternal, and I'd be surprised if it didn't work out. There you go. Paris Eternal going all the way back to spawn. That was really nice, though. Yeah, like you said, Nico was on the top side, got revealed, so he wasn't able to descend. Hogult really is going to do anything? No, because Gator actually gets hacked. Nice self-destruct to split the rest of the Rain, though, as they open up the Coalescence. Oh, booping him straight over the... Oh, that is punishing, to say the least. Hawk couldn't even get back to spawn. He was so close as well. Gator does end up getting up from a res, though, and actually kills Nico. He's staying alive for a long time as well, because Master is just pocketing him for high heavens. However, that EMP is going to make sure he goes all the way back to spawn, and now the Atlanta Rain are in a tough spot. However, they do have that bomb and the EMP of their own. They're going to be able to deal with the bomb rather easily. However, the EMP not so much. Nico's coming back on the Doomfist, but I think he's going to meet just loads of his team back in the spawn room as that bomb and Edison and Gator cleaning everybody up. 1 minute remain, 1.5 minute remains for the Paris Eternal. Oh, the beat! The beat's actually pretty good there, but Spark's going to jump in. He's got the EMP, but the self-destruct actually ends up killing off Hawk. Edison. Oh no, that beat might have cost them. That EMP is absolutely huge though. It hits 5 people, but have they got the damage to follow this up with? I'm not entirely sure they do. Gator's at least alive and well on point, but not for long as Nico is there. Yeah, hits that Death Blossom key, and that will be it. Hawk tried for the emergency Ryan, but couldn't quite get to them. Just playing right up into this. Oh, they know, yeah. Yeah, he's going to try for the hook. He does manage to find one. Gets bubbled as he tries to waddle away, but yeah, that ain't going to happen, unfortunately. And with a Dogman actually playing the armor here is pretty nice, because if Gator does end up getting a hook, that's I like the aggressive pull here again. Sparkle's going to have ult soon too. They're going to unleash the Coalescence. They win this fight, and they have the EMP as well. The Paris Eternal seems like they have a very, very nice grip on the tempo of this meta. They're going to be golden. Michael gets slapped. Oh, and Nico just... Okay, Nico just jumps to the back. Okay, and then hits Death Blossom and Hex. They've almost got another full bank of ults. Feels good for Paris Eternal. They're taking this on Lucio. The Defense Matrix came in from Hanbin. Boom, hits the EMP. Lucio can't go anywhere. Defense Matrix gone. And Atlanta Rain march on forward with the help of the bomb. However, No Smite does end up going down. Fielder's going to go down as well. That all should be it, however. I don't think they're going to be able to find all too much. Not with Sharp alive and well, yeah.
FD was still alive for a second there. Just stalling out. There should be
some amount of time. And he's just still clicking heads. Hawk sends out the Graviton Surge. They're on the payload. FD God trying to fend off is nearing the beat. But Spark and Hanbin, they're picking up the pieces. Gator and Anderson end up falling down. Overtime is here. There's the beat from the Paris Eternal. Nico is back on the Doomfist as well. Hawk is isolated. He's on his own in the server room. And they don't touch. Oh, dearie me. The Paris Eternal.
Evicted from the high ground.
Nice bit of parkour there. Just went straight over to the other high ground. No spite. Ends up going down, but they do end up trading Pokeball. However, Master perfectly timed to be able to get the Resurrection off. And the best thing as well about having this Ash Hex, one thing I do want to mention, is the fact that because you're holding the high ground, you're with the Ash, you can make sure your Mercy is able to get in and out of the fight just ASAP. So that res came in, instantly back up to high ground. Kill him. However, resurrection once more. You can fly to the dead body, and Massa ends up popping the wings too. Sparkle goes over the edge and self-destruct at point. This is looking very bad for Paris Eternal. They need to find kills now. Popo groups another person and forcing FD God as well to actually use that sound barrier. Soon jumps in with a pulse bomb, doesn't really find all too much, and a Transcendence from Dogman is going to seal the deal for this fight. Well, Ambin actually uses the self-destruct. In fact, FD God comes back with a poop of his own, getting a little bit of revenge. And Sparkle ends up using the EMP. This, again, is just so scrappy. Marta ends up falling, but this is very good for Rain still, Hex, because they control the point. They're up to 85% already, and they're struggling to get people off of it. Edison is at 2 HP, eventually gets chased down, and now they're up to 90%. It's one.
Mercy together.
Oh no, the hack onto Dogman as well. He is dropping down, but no, Hawk to the rescue, swoops on in, and Melee soon just takes him away. And Atlanta Reign, it looked like Paris Eternal actually out-rotated themselves. They gave up the point completely. The Reign are able to jump on it. Overtime is at least triggered, but Sparkle's the only one really near, and he ends up dropping off the map because he's the only one left. The Paris Eternal dies. Obviously, he can't charge ult, right? And then Shark just sits there behind his tank, just holding M1. And the tanks can't do anything. Very early coalescence from Fielder. Want to try and turn this fight around. Point is unlocked. They're still kind of scrapping out, but a later coalescence from the Atlanta Reign. And they're able to push them off. They're going to find the cap too. Paris, Hex, I don't want to say it, but they're looking a little bit boom right now. And they hack No Smite as well as he's going for the Primal Rage, so he can't do anything with that ultimate. Popo finds the boop in onto Hanpin. This is very much final fight territory if this fight gets prolonged. Fielder's also gone. Popo is just on fire on the Winston on this last map. That is a perfect fight for the Reign. Sharp has 40 as well. He's going to get chased down. He had to use Translocator. There's the EMP, but it only catches one. The beat catches 4, though, for the Reign. Edison unleashing the Death Bottom, and that's 3 kills for the Reaper. Make that 4. Goodbye, Paris Eternal. Down the well you go. OT's ticking down. The Reign are going to do it. 3-2 in the series.